So what is analytics? Now, what our merchants are able to get, keep in mind that you do need to be processing with us in order to use this product. So what our merchants are getting is new versus repeat customers. The ability to easily create and send out email marketing campaigns to their existing customers. Being able to manage their social reputation with our customer intelligence. Looking at demographics, understanding who their customers are. Looking at postal zip codes, being able to really dive in and understand where your customers are coming from. Online reviews dashboard, being able to respond to reviews from all those, top competitors, being able to respond to those reviews from one dashboard. So you can think about how much time that can save your existing merchants. So what you're looking at now is what we call the analytics core. It's through their Heartland Info Central portal. So what they're able to get with this, is their average ticket, their sales, their visits, understanding how they're doing month over month or year over year, and determining, depending on how long they've been processing with us, is going to determine how far this data actually goes back. Because again, this is all going to be based off of credit card processing. Whether that be customers coming in, they're using a debit card or a credit card, we're pulling in all that information. So that's why you need to be processing with us in order to use this data. But more importantly, what's unique about this dashboard is the fact that you have your new versus returning customer sales separated out. Now, why is that important? Because that right there can give you the ability to validate marketing effectiveness. And let me give you an example of that. And this is something that I do every single time I give a demo, and it helps with merchants as well. So let's say we're doing email marketing campaigns, and within that first campaign, you include a buy one, get one free coupon. You go to look at your dashboard here, and you see a slight uptick in your sales for your returning customers, because that's who you're sending those emails out to, right? To your returning customers. The next week, you send out a similar email marketing campaign, but this time, you don't include that buy one, get one free. You go to look at your dashboard again, and you still see that same exact uptick in your sales for your returning customers. What's that saying? One, you don't need to be giving out any free product. And two, all you really needed to do is have a touch base with your customers to get them back in the door, to keep your business at the top of the mind. So it's that constant communication, being able to easily validate the effectiveness is why this dashboard is specifically powerful. And what if you're working with a merchant, with more than one location? No big deal. So right now we already have 6 locations selected. And what if we wanted to split those up? We want to know who's doing the best. What we can do is click this compares tab right here. So now we're going to know who our top performer versus our lowest performer is. All right here, all from one dashboard. You're still going to have your new versus returning customer sales separated out to help you outline that. But for the most part, it's going to rank it automatically for you so you can understand who has the highest average ticket, who's doing the best, which one of my businesses needs more work to help you kind of keep that all in one dashboard, all in one platform. And if you're looking to export this, you want to be able to print this out to show the rest of your team, you have that ability right here. Just click export. You'll be able to transfer that over to an Excel sheet if you wanted to print that out. Piece of cake. And again, if you wanted to go back to any specific date, you do have that ability as well by clicking this box here. So now you can see what your last 7 days were for sales, last 30 days, putting in a custom range. You have that ability here. One more thing, and that's going to be the daybook feature. So I got to select one location here. The daybook is really cool because, it's used to manually add events such as fundraisers, campaigns, or specials to help note outlying performances or spikes or dips. Because what if there was construction outside of your business, so your sales were highly impacted? That's going to be something that you want to keep track of, especially if you're doing your year over year. You're doing that and you have it in your notes. Why were our sales so impacted? Why were our sales so low on this specific day? Oh, there was construction. That had nothing to do with us specifically. And that was completely out of our power. So that's something that you definitely want to keep track of. Or if you want to do that for the opposite, what if there was, a concert or a tournament or something, some big event, near your establishment, so your sales were skyrocketed. You're doing your year over year again. You know that event's not going to be around. So what can you do from a marketing standpoint to make up for those numbers? So just a really good way to help you keep notes. I'll give you an example of that here. Anything we put in our daybook is going to show up on our graph. So we can add new, and you can see here, you can gear that towards any specific customer that you want. We'll just use all customers for this example. So we scroll up, and all you got to do is look for those little bubbles. So this right there, that's our test. or you can see an email marketing campaign was sent as well. So anything we put in that daybook feature is going to show up on this graph. And as you guys can see here, this is also going to be 100% integrated with email marketing. So any email marketing campaign you send out is going to show up on this dashboard as well to kind of help you keep track, help you outlie, to help you see what's working for you. So again, validating marketing effectiveness. So that gives me a perfect transition over to our email marketing. And with email marketing, we wanted to make it simple. You know, we get a lot of feedback from our existing clients that they really like the simplicity of these email campaigns, the fact that we have several default templates that they can choose from to keep it simple. If you're comparing us to some of those competitors out there, such as a MailChimp or a Constant Contact, we're a bit different in the fact that, you know, everything's going to be unlimited. I know MailChimp specifically has tiered pricing. So let's say once you send out a certain amount of emails, they're going to start to charge you per email, which is huge. We do not do that. It's all going to be on that set price that I already explained to you guys. What if you're working with a brand new merchant? You know, what if they're looking at ways to like help them build their contact list? You know, maybe they're on the fence, they want to do email marketing, they want to try it out, but they're like, I don't really know. Like, I don't have any contacts. Like, who am I going to send these emails out to? We can help them out with that. As long as they have a website, you know, we can put a little widget, as you guys can see, grow your contacts list. We can put a little widget on their site, allowing their customers to opt in to receive email campaigns. And I'll show you what that looks like here. It'll essentially look exactly like this. It'll kind of blend in to fit their website. But from here, you know, their customers can opt in to receive email campaigns or newsletters, whatever it is that they want to send, just as simple as that. So this is a brilliant way to help them build that contact list. So this is going to be definitely something that you want to mention every single time that you give this demo. So again, at the very bottom, grow your contacts list. We can help them with that. Because keep in mind, just because they are processing with us and we're pulling credit card information doesn't necessarily mean that we're pulling emails. So keep that in mind. And it's all, you know, very self-cleaning for the most part. It'll let you know who's unsubscribed, you know, anyone who's bounced out. That's nothing the merchant has to manage. Those would just kind of clean out on their own. And something that I should have mentioned a bit earlier, let's say you are working with a merchant who is with a competitor, you know, and they're worried about, I want to switch over, but I don't want to lose out on all my contacts. They would not. They can easily import all of those existing contacts over to our platform here via a CSV Excel sheet file. Very simple, very easy. And again, they can have as many contacts as they want. As far as the campaigns I mentioned earlier, we have several default templates that our customers can choose from and kind of edit and customize on their own if they want to do that. Or, you know, they can design their own from scratch. It's a simple, you know, drag and drop, you know, just as simple as that. Any template that they use will be saved automatically for them to reuse or re-edit, whatever it is that they want. But we'll go ahead and just use one of these as an example here. So anything you see on the right side with that trash can or that pencil, very straightforward. That means that you can either delete it, customize it, do whatever you want. So we don't want that. Let's get rid of it. Piece of cake. If you wanted to add our own photo or even a video or any sort of link to anything, they can easily upload that file into this drive and it'll fit. No problem. One really cool feature that we offer with this is what we call geofencing. Geofencing is awesome because it's more communication with your customers. So let's say you've sent this campaign out to several of your customers. You know, everyone has a smartphone nowadays. Everyone has email on their phone. So let's say you've already sent that campaign out and that customer is near your establishment. They're going to get a push notification automatically reminding them that they're close to you. That's not a text message. It's not an email. It's a push notification that that customer is automatically going to get if they're near you because you already sent out that original campaign. So that's constant communication that your customers are going to be getting, which is incredible. A lot of our existing clients love the fact that that happens automatically. And if you want to be able to track your campaigns in real time, you want to be able to know if there are people who are unsubscribing or how many you've sent out. Again, piece of cake. So these are going to be all the campaigns that you either planned on sending or have sent. So we can just click on one of those there. And there we go. We sent out 10 emails. 7 of them have been opened. As you can see, are people unsubscribing from my emails? Are they bouncing? To help you keep track, to understand how these campaigns are doing in real time. Very simple, very easy. And what's really cool about these campaigns is that a lot of our big national accounts, such as a Jack in the Box, Krispy Kreme, they're using this exact same email marketing platform. And lastly, I'll show you with the email marketing. If you wanted to link any sort of social media links, like a Facebook, Instagram, any of those pages to this, you can do that as well. So if you send the campaign out to your customers, they clicked on any of those links, it's going to take them to your social media page. When I say your, I mean the merchant. So keep that in mind as well. That's a really good way, to not only increase marketing scores, but to really manage that social reputation. Because if you're sending this and customers are clicking on those links, now they can share it with the rest of their friends. They're already on Facebook. It's a great way to, kind of share and to continue to grow your business. And in regards to customer intelligence and social reputation, now we can move on to this module here. So customer intelligence is an excellent tool. This is actually my favorite to present. And I feel like our merchants benefit from this module the most. So, this platform really gives our merchants the ability to really manage their social reputation, from one platform, which is huge. So right now we're looking at reviews. All the merchants' reviews are going to show up on this dashboard in real time, even giving them the ability to respond to the reviews. As you can see, we work with all the main sites, OpenTable, Superpages, Yelp, Google, where a majority of reviews actually come from. All those reviews are going to show up here in real time. As you guys can see, here's an example of a review being responded to. So each time you respond to a review, it's automatically going to show up on that specific website. So think about how much time this can save your clients, especially if they're having to log on to all those different sites just to respond to reviews or even check reviews. Now they don't have to do that anymore. They got to log in once, and from then on, all of those reviews are going to show up on this dashboard in real time, which is a great time saver. Reach. So this is going to be specifically, based off of that credit card data that we've been obtaining. This is letting you know exactly where your top spenders are coming from, which is powerful. This can help you decide where you want to build a new location or help you with your next marketing campaign. So you have that heat map here. If you're thinking about building that new location, this is going to let you know exactly where you want to do that. Maybe you want to do it in the middle of, where you're getting a lot of customers, or if you want to do that, in one of those areas. Or, looking at these percentages, this is powerful because, I always like to say, look at the low percentages to help you decide where you want to do your next campaign. Yeah, it's cool to know where your customers are coming from, but it's going to be more powerful to know where they're not to help you with that next campaign. So what I've done with the merchant a couple of months ago, actually, it was a restaurant. She was pretty new for the most part. So what we did was dive into her zip codes, and she noticed that she was only getting 0.2% of customers coming from a specific zone. And she was surprised by that because she would have, thought that, it was only a mile away from her shop. She would have assumed that she was getting more customers from there. So what we decided to do was grab that zip code. We put that zip code into a database, and we were able to pull addresses from that. We're not getting any individual customers' names or anything like that, but we pulled addresses, and we were able to, and what she did was create a simple, one-page mailer. And in that mailer, all it said was, hey, this is the name of our business. This is when we have happy hour. Come check us out. Something that simple. She sent out to all of those homes within that zip code. And she was actually able to track that to see how well it's doing. Because what we have here, if you click on this new customers tab, it's going to let you know where, if you see an increase in sales for those new customers. So you'll know exactly what's working and what's not working. And not only this, remember, on that analytics dashboard, your new versus returning customer sales are separated out as well. So that can actually help you validate as well. So it all kind of goes hand in hand with each other with these dashboards. Competitor data. Knowing exactly who your competitors are within your area. What you're comparing is your marketing score, your overall star rating. And what's really, really powerful is, we'll let you know exactly what your customers are saying about the competition, which can 100% give you a competitive edge. So let me start over here. Let me go up. Merchants have the ability to choose a specific competitor. So we'll give you a 15-mile radius here. So you can either search for someone specific, or you can put in your postal zip code, and we'll go ahead and pull up all those competitors that are going to be in your area. And keep in mind, these aren't just, Heartland processors. These are all competitors. So if you're working with a restaurant specifically, we'll pull up all the restaurants within that 15-mile radius. If you're working with the spa, we'll pull up all the spas between that 15-mile radius, because there could be several competitors that you may not even be aware of. So think about that. So again, being able to, see up to 3 competitors at one time, your business is going to be on the left here. So you're viewing all 3 of those competitors. And I mentioned earlier, having the ability to see the reviews and understanding what, customers are saying about your competitors. Maybe you're noticing they're getting a lot of great reviews. It's the same exact message every single time. That might be something you want to emulate for your business. Or if you're noticing they're getting a lot of negative reviews, you know exactly what not to do for your business. So having this dashboard is definitely powerful and can help. Understanding what customers are saying about yourself and the competitors can give you can 100% give you that competitive edge. And scrolling down, just to get a bit more powerful with the information in the data, we can let you know what the average ticket is compared to those competitors out there. So, with this example here, if you're noticing, that your competition has a higher average ticket than yours, especially if you have a superior product, maybe 1, I could raise my prices a little bit more, or 2, maybe this is letting me know that, I could do a better job of upselling. I can train my, my staff a little better on that. The customer wallet, a really powerful tool. This is letting you know, the amount on average, the amount that your customers are spending on places just like yours, and the percentage of revenue that's being spent inside your walls, which is huge. So your average customer spends over $270 a month on places just like yours. And of that, you're only getting 4% of those customers inside your walls. So if you think about that from a marketing standpoint, what can I do to get my customers to come back and spend that money in my walls? If I know my customers are spending almost $300 a month on places just like mine, I'm only getting 4% of that, what can I do to get them in? Is it more email marketing campaigns, or do I need to target another zip code? So having all of this information is extremely handy and powerful for merchants. And lastly here with the customer intelligence is the demographics. And this is very straightforward. Essentially just letting you know who is coming into your establishment. Based off the age, you see the 5 categories here. And merchants can use this any way they like. I've had the last person I helped with this, very similar to the last situation where, she assumed that she wasn't getting a lot of that 25 to 34-year age range. That's the millennial age. So she didn't think she was getting a high percentage of those specific demographics in her shop. So we turned on the analytics. She waited a month to let some more data compile, and she was right. She was only getting 5% of millennials coming into her shop. So with that information, she was able to tailor and change her marketing strategy specifically towards millennials. And that was through email marketing, through her mailer campaigns. So